Tell me when you're done. I want to start.
No.
Why?
Could you not video me?
Okay. So tell me about Eliyahu and Novi.
Could you not video me?
I want to start.
Could you not video me?
No, I want you to tell me what.
We don't even have enough.
Who eat basar v'yain in the morning?
Stop. Not
At
basar
night,
v'yain.
yes.
Lechem v'basar.
Lechem v'basar.
Basar v'lechem, something like that.
In the
Not
morning.
yain. Lechem v'basar. He took the bread and the meat from Achav. You know Achav?
Yeah.
So he took the Orvim. I think it's Orvim. I don't know.
Orev.
The Orvim. So they brought the food. At the beginning, in the morning, he didn't take it out. He did when the crows came to take the food from, because the food is all from Achav, like the king at that time, and he had the key to Matar, and now Achav and his wife Izabel, yeah, I don't know, because she was really mean, and wives have a lot of potential to their husbands, so. She was really mean, and she basically made her husband a Russia basically, and she introduced the new avodah zarah, the Baal. So that's the new one. Stop videoing me.
Hey, be careful.
And so so when the Orvim come and feed him, at the beginning, right in the morning, usually the basar isn't usually covered.
She's not even
So they package it after. So when he brought it, he didn't eat the basar in the morning, but I think he ate the bread. But the basar he didn't eat in the morning, only at night, because it was packaged and with the chashmer and everything, only at night. Yeah. But when he went to a specific city that I forgot what it's called yet, he went to this place, and Hashem told him there's going to be an isha almana, but he didn't know which one it was. So then he saw this lady that was cutting wood, little sticks of wood,
That's the almana.
And he's like, oh, maybe she's almana, but he wasn't so sure. Maybe it could have been anyone. She just didn't have a husband. So then he said, so where do we learn from? How did he know to see if he was the right woman? From Eliezer, when he tried to pick a wife for Yitzchak, so he asked for water from Rivka. Yes. And so that's where we learned it from. And then, wait, what am I? Yeah. So then he asked the shamana for water, a cup of water, and she said sure, and she ran away, she did it right away. And he's like, oh yeah, that's her. And then he asked her for a bit of bread, and she said, I don't have any bread. She knew he was a isha looking, but he said, she's like, sorry, but I have very little, a drop of oil and a jar of flour, and I don't have enough for me and my son. And she was able to say that it wasn't wrong what she said, because you have to chayecha how do you say it again? Yeah, chayecha lefanecha chayecha, something like that. That your life comes first, because if you sacrifice yourself, and there's I don't know, you can't, sometimes when you sacrifice yourself, you're basically doing suicide, and you can't make teshuva because you're not going to be alive. So so she did what she said, that she couldn't give him any bread and anything. That was the right. She was allowed, it was normal behavior. It was right what she did. So then Eliyahu told the Shamana that he said give me a bracha, and believe me, just make from what you have, and your flour and oil will never end until I will release.
Oh, the flour, yeah.
The flour and the drop of oil that you have in the jar will never run out until.
That's not Eliyahu Navi. That's Ovadia Navi.
No, not Ovadia.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So he told. So then no, Ovadia I think is the son of the Isha Mana. Not sure, but I think so. I think it's Ovadia or something else. But Ovadia is probably the son. So Eliyahu tells her to make the bread, and she doesn't run out of it until he releases the key of Matar and all that. And he got the key of Matar when Hashem told Eliyahu to go to the daven or something, and he heard these people talking about the line when Yehuda, I think it was Yehuda that said, Yehuda's curse is whoever serves over Zarah, his land won't be with this and whatever, and also who builds the what's it called? Okay, yeah, whatever. That's a long time ago, guys. so whoever like serves avodah zarah, his land will be like dry. He won't have any rain and blah blah blah. So then Achav came in, the king, and he said, "Oh yeah, I serve any most of the avodah zarahs." And Achav was a tzaddik. Like,
But
we don't understand what they meant. We don't understand what they meant, but
can I? Yisrael served all the avodah zarahs when he was a guy. What?
okay. So
Rabbi told me.
Yeah.
So he served all, every single one.
Okay.
So Achav came in and said, "Oh, I know. If
After I want to ask a question.
if no wait yeah if Moshe Rabbeinu's words didn't come true, and he's like the servant of Hashem, like no one was like him and no one will ever be, and his words didn't come true. I forgot what example it was. I think it's when I think he said I think it's when Moshe said that whoever serves avodah zarah, and then Yehuda said whoever rebuilds the city of Nikor, I don't know, what city was it? And he wanted to replace it with another name because you're not supposed to rebuild it; it's supposed to stay the same. It was like a cursed land or whatever. So they say that this man built it, and he said with your youngest, with your bachor, you will build the foundation, and with your like your oldest son's life, and like your basically his sons will die, and it's like whatever. Achav said that if Moshe Rabbeinu's words didn't come true, then how would you believe Yehuda's? And then that's what because Yehuda said whoever serves avodah zarah, his land will be dry and blah blah blah. But Achav said that he has good produce, he has good rain. Achav.
Yeah.
So he said that he has good produce, good rain, and whatever. So it doesn't. He's like you can't. He's not a Isha Lokem. He's a fake Navi, blah blah blah. So that got Eliyahu really mad, and Hashem at that time gave Eliyahu the key of Matar, and that's when he stopped the rain, and that's why Achav wants to kill Eliyahu while Eliyahu was hiding in the cave, and the Orvim bring food from Achav's table to him. Lechem basar. So. Boker Balayla was only twice a day. So when he went to the Shamana, his flour would never run out. Okay, so when she made the bread, she really didn't run out, and it's not going to run out until he released the word that he should have Rachamanus. And also he had to have that was another sign that he had to have Rachmanus on like the Jewish people. And also another sign that he had to have Rachmanus is one of the Orvim, one of like the Yishamana, and one is that after a few days the Orvim stopped giving him food, and then he understood the pain that Bnei Yisrael were going through, but he still didn't release it yet. He said until the word that I say, until every single person stops serving avodah zarah, I will say that it can rain again. But he didn't, because he didn't, like Hashem was trying to show him the meaning of Rachmanus. So the Urim stopped giving him bread and basar, and that's what he felt the hunger. And then Hashem told him to go to that specific place, whatever. So when the Isha Romana's son, I think it was, what did you say that name?
Ovadia.
I think it was Ovadia. I'm not sure if it's that name, but I'm just probably. He died. Her son died, and then she blamed Eliyahu. She's like, I don't think you're Isha Lokem. Like now my averos are like more seeable, more like everyone sees sees my averos more like clearly, because they think that maybe we're not doing the yichud really clearly. And exactly when you came and I started giving you all kind of stuff, my son died, and she blames it all on him, and she's like, give me your son, and she's like, okay. So
Put him on the bed.
not on the bed. I know how it happened. He took her son. He went upstairs where thingy. I don't think it was on the floor, but it was on the floor on the bed, whatever.
Yeah.
But he cried out to Hashem to give his ruach, his neshama back, and like he didn't have any ruach. He was completely dead. Like he died. So what happened is that he laid on the boy 3 times, and measure to measure, like nose to nose, mouth to mouth, head to head, like feet to feet, everything. I don't think they were the same size. There's like a whole thing about it, but whatever. 3 times, and he came back to life, and she's like, yeah, this is a real Isha Lokem or whatever. But that boy is I guess he became also a novi, because the novi put his breath into him. So like that's how you can prove that he actually became like a novi and like all that. And that's how Hashem forced Eliyahu to let the rain come down, and Hashem gave him the key of Tchias Mason, but not really. Like he literally prayed for Hashem, and Hashem literally revived him. So which means that, but it doesn't make sense. Like he said, that a servant is not allowed to have more than the boss. So Hashem took back the key of Matar and made it rain. And then after he gave him the key of Tchias Mason just for 2 seconds to revive the boy. And so that's how he tried to show Rahmanas, and that's how Hashem tried to pull Eliyahu to have Rahmanas and to make it rain again for Bnei Yisrael.
Kol hakavod, that was beautiful.
Can I say my question?